Here we go, the first proper first team signing of the Amorim era. And I have to say, two here we goes in one day, one for Heaven and now for Dorgu. It's a good day to be a Man United fan, and we haven't said that a lot in recent times. And I think this is a very good deal. 30 million euros plus 5 million in add-ons, not guaranteed. But the base fee for Dorgu is around £25 million, which I think is probably a fair fee. I wouldn't say we overpaid. I think it's the January window. Players are going to be that 10 million more. I think if it was summer, he'd be maybe a little bit cheaper. And we have that desperation for a wing back. If you've watched us play, you know that we massively need a wing back. And what I'm going to tell you about Dorgu and why this is a fantastic signing is he can play left wing back or right wing back, because Kenda's actually left-footed and plays right wing back for Sporting, and that just gives us versatility. So we could play right wing back with Ahmad as a 10 and someone's carrying the ball into Ahmad, or he can play left wing back, which puts Delo back at right wing back and puts Mazraoui back at right centre back, which I think is Mazraoui's best position. And I think the influence of having a left wing back is going to improve Garnacho in left 10. It's going to mean that no Delo at left wing back, so Delo's actually going to be in his best position, getting the best out of him. And look, he's young, he's raw, he's not absolutely perfect. Miros Kirkus was my first choice, but if you've been following me for a while, before we even linked to Dorgu, I said he'd be my second choice. Well, no, he was my third choice after Kirkus and Nuno Mendes, and I said he's probably the most realistic one. And I said back in January 1st or 2nd, I feel like the most likely transfer to happen, if I was to guess, would be Dorgu, just purely because of we know he's available in January. Nuno Mendes isn't, Kirkus isn't, unless we're going to pay crazy money. Lecce need to sell. So let's talk about him, because I think £25 million, I think is good value. I do think it's good value for a player that massively fits the system, and he improves our technicality, he improves our versatility, he improves our technical ability as well. He's a technical player, he's a versatile player, he's a physical player. I think 25 million is a good deal. Anything over 30 million, I said, walked away. But I think 25 million, when you look at how much fullbacks are going for in the market, I think it's actually quite good value. I don't know why I wrote outstanding. I got it proofread, and they probably changed good value to outstanding value. Wouldn't say it's outstanding value. But yeah, the young left-footed wing-back, for me, could play maybe left 10, maybe right 10 if he needed, but he's going to be left wing-back, he's going to be right wing-back, and could potentially even play as a left centre-back, or even like a probably like anywhere, to be honest. Like, he's so versatile. I'm going to show you in a second what positions he's played in, but he's a raw talent, and I think, he needs time to nurture, he needs guidance, he needs patience. There's times where I've watched him and I feel like his decision making could be better. I think, when to pass, when to carry, when to cross, but he likes to get forward. He's eager to get forward. He's very versatile, can adapt to many, many roles. And he's a player that has great technical quality, good defensive quality. I think he's like 6 foot maybe, physical, agile. And what he does is he uses his physicality well. 1v1, getting forward defensively, uses physicality well because he's strong, he's fast, he's good at winning the duels. He's actually in the top 5% of players for tackling dribblers this season. And when it comes to just the physical presence, I think he uses his frame really well. He's got that powerful ball carrying ability. And I think that, again, would tick the boxes in terms of we need to improve the physical flooring under Ruben Amorim. We need to improve the technical flooring under Ruben Amorim. And he does that. His size, his strength, his speed, his power, they're all going to be key attributes, I think, moving forward, that will be added to the squad. And I think he's just going to improve the physical profile of the team, which we need. So last season was breakout season. That was the first time I watched him in his breakout season last year. And he actually played left wing and left mid a little bit in his breakout season. In pre-season, he played a little bit at centre-back, and he was really good at building out from the back. And I think when I've watched United recently under Amorim, we struggled a little bit to build out from the back, play out from the back at times. And I think, again, having that in the defence could really help. He could play left centre-back if needed, but he's there to be the wing-back. He's the natural wing-back. And we have full-backs, but we don't have any natural wing-backs. So to have a left-footed natural wing-back that's actually fit, that suits the system, that's one signing, but that one signing elevates Delo into a better position, elevates Mazraoui into a better position, elevates the left-hand side, which is clearly the weaker side. And Delo gets a lot of good positions, and you can't do that first time crossing his left very well. So again, that massively improves us. As I said, the technical side is really good, close control, press resistant. That's going to be really good, plays out from the back well. But as I said, it's the physical side as well that we need. And I'm going to show you something, and I showed this in a video before. But this is his sort of injury record. 1 game missed. I mean, who knows when he goes to United. But I tweeted this about him last month. Patrick Dorgu is a top signing for Manchester United, offering incredible versatility and perfectly fitting Amorim's system. He will thrive at the left wing back role, but is capable of filling in at left centre back, right wing back. Could potentially play in the tens. I don't think he will. Played at right wing a little bit this season for Lecce, and he showed his attacking abilities. He's a very attacking-minded wing back, but he can be a wing back. He's good 1v1, both defensively, both going forward, and that is what United needs. And I think him, Diego Leon in the left wing back positions, all of a sudden we look a lot stronger. I definitely want another wing back coming in, maybe a right wing back, maybe another left wing back, and he can play right wing back because it's so crucial to Amorim's system. But look, Diego Leon, Patrick Dorgu, that is absolutely exciting, as Rising Gem said. But this is his positions: left wing, left mid, left back, right back. In pre-season, even played as a left centre back, and he was very good. And he's just such a modern player. He can invert if you wanted him to. But every time I've seen him play, he's not inverted. He's gone out wide. He's overlapped. He's more of a traditional fullback for me rather than someone that's going to avert. And I think, again, the technical ability, the physical abilities, that's what we need to raise, the technical and physical flooring, players that will improve. But when you're spending 25 million on a player that fits the system, it's going to improve the technical flooring, going to improve the physical flooring, brings tactical versatility. It ticks a lot of boxes that I think United need. These are my notes from another video. As I said, I spoke about his versatility, where he can play. 1v1 looks really good. Again, I've probably watched him play 3 or 4 full 90, so I'm not going to pretend I'm the expert. I've done a bit of research on top of that, watched back, and obviously the Inter game. But 6'1", size, pace, stamina, athleticism, engine. I think covering ground, getting up and down the flanks, speed, power, engine, that's just key in itself. But good on the ball, good in tight spaces, good at dueling, can defend the wide channels, which we're quite poor at. Elements of his positional game will have to improve, and he'll learn the system and he'll improve, and that could take time. But in terms of speed, ball manipulation, press resistant, that's what you want in a player. And some people say he's an Alphonso Davies regen, which, Alphonso Davies, when you're thinking of what left wing back would you want on paper, if you could get anyone, you'd probably think, oh, well, that would be Alphonso Davies. But obviously we're not going to get Alphonso Davies. But these were my notes on his defensive qualities when I watched him. I wrote down these notes. Uses his physical attributes to make him shine in defensive scenarios. He uses his physicality well. I said attacking-minded, but can do defensive duties. But he's definitely very attacking-minded. And good body positioning, good use of his body, good use of, using his frame. That was what stood out for me when I watched him. And as I said, can dribble the ball up the field, can link play, can cut inside. He's more of a cut inside to shoot or play those. And when he plays on the right, he more cuts inside. But his left foot's stronger than his right foot. Maybe his right foot could improve, but delivery from wide areas is confident. If he's on his left foot, if he's on his stronger foot, his delivery is decent. I think it's just a decision making, when to carry, when to pass, when to cross. But I think, this having a left-footed left back to overlap with the left 10 and provide the dynamics to Amorim's system could be key. And I said the same about Bergvall. It's just a decision making, when to pass, when to carry. And Bergvall's been excellent, obviously different position for Spurs. And maybe he's a bit left-footed dominant, but again, not the end of the world. But hybrid fullback, and I'm repeating myself, physically and technically good. 25 million, it's a long-term investment. I think it's a good price. Who else is on the market? Kirkus is going to be 40 million plus. He'd be my first choice. Nuno Mendes, 40 million plus. Does he want to come? Alphonso Davies doesn't want to come. When you look at the market, City are paying crazy money for players at the moment, giving out crazy wages. January market is tough, but I always looked at it like this. I think this can give room for another wing back in the summer, because even if you bring Kirkus in, which is another left back, Dorgu can play right wing back. We don't have to sign maybe a right wing back. We could even try a risk with someone like Semenyo and try him at wing back. It could work, because we don't necessarily need a right wing back, because he can play 2 left footers at wing back. But I quite like the fact that this could add some depth, and I should have added Heaven to that as well. We've actually got quite a weirdly nice youth depth in the squad as well. And as Statman Dave said, he ranks in the top 4% of fullbacks across Europe's top 5 leagues for carries in the final third, and top 6% for expected goals. And as Dev said here, I don't want egos, I don't want big names, I want young, hungry players who can be moulded under the vision of the manager. There's a little downside to this deal. There's very little downside to this deal with the fees and his age. I'm excited to see him play in the first team. And that's how I feel. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. I tried to power through that quickly, talk about the signing, why I think it's good, try and be positive. Let's hope we get a left 10. See you next time. Bye.